Welcome to Token Clash. Today, we examine two ultra high performance Layer 1 blockchains aiming to solve the blockchain trilemma by scaling decentralized applications to millions of users. First is MONAD, trading today near $0.02, with a market capitalization of approximately $236 million. Next is SUI, currently trading around $0.96, with a market capitalization of roughly $3,700,000,000. Our evaluation is driven strictly by a cumulative star scoring system across 9 data points. The project that aggregates the highest technical score takes the crown. Let's look at the data. Monad has cultivated a highly speculative and fervent community known as the Monads. Following its mainnet launch in November 2025, their community is driven primarily by technical hype, parallelized EVM narratives, and early adopter enthusiasm, generating massive social media velocity. Sui, which launched in May 2023, has built its community organically around actual network utility, developer growth, and its unique Move programming language. While Sui boasts larger total numbers and significant developer mindshare, Monad currently exhibits a level of intense, early stage community fervor that translates into higher social sentiment and daily engagement metrics. Monad secures 18 points, Sui takes 16. Access to liquidity is crucial for any network aiming to attract institutional capital. As a newer project, Monad successfully bypassed the liquidity struggle, securing immediate listings on absolute Tier 1 global gateways, including Coinbase, Binance, Bybit, and Kraken. It routinely processes over $25 million in 24-hour trading volume. Sui has been universally accessible for years and commands much deeper liquidity. Trading volume for Sui on major exchanges consistently clears over $40 million daily, supported by its inclusion in institutional products like active exchange traded funds. For superior liquidity depth and mature infrastructure access, Sui secures 19 points against Monad's 16. The total scoreboard now reads 34 for Monad and 35 for Sui. A network's economic structure defines long-term stability. Monad has a gigantic total supply of 100 billion tokens, with only roughly 11 billion currently in circulating supply. This creates a steady schedule of massive token unlocks starting in mid-2026 from early investors, introducing continuous dilution risk. Sui utilizes a fixed maximum supply cap of 10 billion tokens. While Sui also has token unlocks, over 38% of its supply is already circulating, and its defined emission schedule offers greater predictability for long-term holders. For providing a vastly superior mathematical advantage and lower dilution risk, Sui secures a perfect 20 points. Monad takes 14 points. Sui extends its lead 55 to 48. Monad brings innovation by hard-coding parallelized EVM into the execution stage of the blockchain. This allows the network to process multiple transactions at the exact same time as long as they do not conflict, achieving finality in sub 1 second. Crucially, it is 100% compatible with Ethereum code. Sui completely rewrote the technical rules of asset ownership. Its technology is object-centric, tracking assets directly rather than simple account balances. This architecture allows simple transactions to bypass consensus entirely for instant finality, while complex transactions achieve deterministic finality in zero point 0.5 seconds via its Mysticity protocol. For pushing the absolute boundaries of parallel execution and cryptographic speed, both networks secure a massive 19 points. The score is 74 for Sui and 67 for Monad. When we look at network utility, we see a clash between potential and proven performance. Monad currently operates as a high-speed playground for early protocols, processing its transactions mostly among technical users and new decentralized finance applications. Its true industrial adoption is speculative. Sui, however, is a leviator of real-world activity. It consistently processes hundreds of millions of daily transactions, dominating in sheer network usage and active human users interacting with consumer applications. Sui's total value locked has surpassed $2 billion. Because Sui is a battle-tested network with significant institutional-grade utility and adoption, it secures a perfect 20 points to Monad's 14. Sui expands its lead to 94 over Monad's 81. Both leadership teams possess elite pedigree and massive backing. Monad was founded by prominent former paradigm leaders and cryptographers, raising $244 million from top-tier firms. Miston Labs, the team behind Sui, is heavily staffed by veteran cryptographers and engineers who previously worked on Mark Zuckerberg's Meta Diem blockchain project, attracting hundreds of millions in funding. Sui's leadership has extensive experience in building systems for massive scale, while MONAD's founders have unmatched expertise in EVM optimization and high-frequency trading. The judges award 18 points to both projects for flawless execution and top-tier backing. Sui leads 112 to 99. Sui operates with a stable network of 127 validator nodes, successfully maintaining flawless uptime while scaling to billions of total transactions since its launch. However, its governance is currently off-chain, presenting a potential centralization bottleneck. MONAD launched with activation of decentralized validators, aiming for Ethereum-level decentralization at Solana-level speed. However, with billions of tokens controlled by early backers and insiders, MONAD faces continuous scrutiny over its long-term power distribution, and its network is much newer. For its established track record of resilient, high-scale decentralized operation, Sui earns 18 points. MONAD takes 16. The total is 130 to 115. The future narrative of Layer 1 blockchains is a clash of standards. MONAD is currently a powerful magnet for Ethereum developers because they can deploy their applications directly onto MONAD without changing a single line of code. This parallel EVM narrative is acting as a major growth catalyst. Sui recently unleashed protocol updates that allowed developers to use its highly secure Move language for complex financial applications, attracting significant interest in decentralizing the storage of assets. For capturing the most aggressive developer growth narrative in the ecosystem today via parallelized EVM compatibility, MONAD secures 19 points against Sui's 17. The gap narrows dangerously, Sui 147, MONAD 134. MONAD is a high beta asset that behaves with explosive recovery momentum, consistently printing new all-time highs driven by speculative demand and its status as the premier high-speed EVM chain. Sui has demonstrated exceptional bear market resilience, recently adding new all-time highs as the artificial intelligence sector and exchange-traded fund inclusion narratives have boosted its profile. However, MONAD's relentless volatility and status as a favorite for momentum traders give it the definitive edge in price performance metrics. MONAD secures 18 points in this final round against Sui's 15. This concludes our technical evaluation based on supply metrics, architectural design, and historical market data. We have tabulated the final scores. MONAD accumulated an impressive 152 total points, demonstrating unmatched early-stage community fervor, powerful developer compatibility, and explosive price momentum. However, with a final score of 162 total points, Sui takes the victory. The summary is mathematically clear. If you value absolute cutting-edge, parallelized EVM speed, and a network designed to capture existing Ethereum developers, MONAD is a magnificent technological achievement. But if you are looking for a battle-tested financial hub, billions in locked value, and a vastly superior deflationary token model that protects long-term holders, Sui remains the mathematically superior choice for long-term fundamentals. Always do your own research before allocating capital. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and smash that like button so you don't miss the next fight. I'll see you in the next battle.